certain woman had a flow of blood for 12 years and have suffered many things from many physicians. She has spent all that she had, but was no better, but rather grew worse. When she heard about Jesus, she came behind in the crowd and touched his garment. For she said, if only I may touch his clothes, I shall be made well. Immediately the fountain of her blood was dried up, and she felt in her body that she was healed of the affliction. Now, who healed this woman? Jesus or the woman herself by her faith? Jesus told the woman, your faith has made you well. Not that I did anything. Your faith has made you well. Because she was already healed ever before Jesus said, who touched me? Because she was healed the moment she touched Jesus. Jesus was only confirming what had already taken place and declaring over her, over what has already taken place. Not that it was Jesus that eventually healed her. Her faith had already healed her on that basis. So we could see that in there, the woman's faith was active, was activated and produced the result that was needed at that very hour for herself at that time. So we see that this woman heard of Jesus and the miracles Jesus had been performing, because the Bible said when she heard of Jesus and the miracles he had been performing. Number two was that this woman believed there is power on Jesus or in Jesus. And this healing ability or power that was on Jesus, it was enough to bring her to that place of believing that something beautiful was going to happen if she could connect with him. And then taking that a step further, this woman said in her heart, and perhaps vocalized it, I believe she vocalized it, if only I may touch his clothes, I shall be made well. And going further, she did not just stay there. You see, it's one thing for you to say, oh, how I wish I could touch his clothes. I know if I touch his clothes, I'll be well. And then you sit down there and you do nothing. No, this woman did not just stay there and do nothing. She acted on her faith and went to touch Jesus. So the combination of her faith and the corresponding works of going to touch Jesus was what brought power out of Jesus to heal her. There was an action that backed up her faith, and that was what drew the power out of Jesus. You know, when we take an action of faith, we can draw power into our lives, into our situation, into what is going on around us, because we are taking an action in accordance or corresponding to the faith of what we are believing for. The question we ask you is, what are you believing for? What is it that is in your heart that you are believing for, and you are saying, I need a corresponding action, and what will be my corresponding action for the breakthrough that I need in my life and the answers that I need for what I need?